Joya.
Yes, welcome back to another vlog. Welcome back to another video. My name is Kudzimadziro. I hope you are doing great. I hope you are doing amazing things. I hope you are doing fine wherever you are around the world. So, if you are new, my name is Kudzimadziro from the Republic of Zimbabwe. I'm the owner of this channel, Kudzimadziro YouTube channel. So, I'm back again with another vlog to you, although it's rather sad, rather emotional video coming to you live from me. We are going to talk about something that happened to me in South Africa as I continue again with my South Africa series. So this is how it goes. I hope if you've been following me in my past videos or previous videos, I've been talking about how I spent some of my years with an expired passport in South Africa, with an expired visa in South Africa, with an expired passport, expired visa in South Africa. So this is the background that will lead me to what I'm gonna say right now. This is the background now, gonna lead me to what I'm gonna say right now. So uh, I end up spending a lot of years, without a bank account in South Africa because of my troubles, my tribulations, because of my challenges or difficulties that I was facing in the country. So the background was because of this issue of the expired passport and expired visa. So my bank which I was using was Standard Bank, and I got to use this bank because of my association or connection to the Zimbabwe Presidential Scholarship Program. So I was connected to this program for about 3 to 4 years. So initially or original, I was using Standard Bank for my banking services, for my banking things. Then when the contract expired between me and the Zimbabwe government in terms of the financial sponsorship, then I was to fend for myself. I was to look after myself from 2014, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023, 2024. I had to look after myself. So when the scholarship agreement expired or ended between me and the Zimbabwe government, because it was only for 3 or 4 years, then I had to look after myself, I had to fend for myself. So what happened now is this: I could not afford now to open another bank account because at that time my visa, which was my study permit, because I was a student at university, so my study permit expired after 3 years. It expired, so I was not able to open another bank account, either the FNB or Nedbank or Bidvest Bank or even Standard Bank itself. So I was not able to do that because my visa had expired. So this was the cause whereby I had to spend time in that country without a bank account. It was a tough time for me. It was a difficult time for me. So this is the video coming to you live from me. Of course, I'm not ashamed. I'm not embarrassed at all to speak about this. It happened to me, and I'm gonna learn from this as I go on with my life. As I move forward with my life, I'm gonna learn from this. That I spent a lot of time in South Africa without a bank account, and even how I managed to survive all that long, years after years, in that country without a bank account, is a miracle that Jehovah God did for me or wrote for me. It's a miracle. Because I was doing a lot of business deals, a lot of entrepreneurship deals in that country, in the campus, in my local town. I was doing a lot of business deals with the students, with the several people within my province, even around the country, and they were paying me money, maybe on a daily basis or on a weekly basis, per month, per month, per month. So how I was able to navigate that time, all those years, without a bank account is something which I praise Jehovah for helping me, because it was a difficult time. I had to maneuver a lot of ways and a lot of things or a lot of mechanisms for me to be able to be paid by my customers upon the business deals that I was doing, or upon the entrepreneurship deals that I was doing, or the services that I was offering. So I had to maneuver a lot of things. I had to maneuver a lot of things. So it was a tough time. It was a difficult time for me in that country. So I know as I go forward with life, as I move forward with life, I'm gonna learn from this. I'm gonna learn so much from this experience, how I was able to live in that country uh, without a bank account. So this is my story coming to life right now. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for stopping by and listening to this video. So like I said, in short, the background was it was because of my expired passport and the expired visa or expired study permit. And when I say study permit, I mean the legal allowance given to you if you're a student studying in a foreign country. So that document on that passport is called a study permit. So that document it expired after 3 years, and I was not able to open another bank account using that document. And for me to renew and have a new passport, new visa, new study permit, financially speaking or economically speaking, I was not in that position at that time. I was not in that position at all at that time. I was not in that position at that time. So this was the cause of my problem. This was the cause of my predicament at that time. This was the cause of my calamity at that time. The issue of an expired passport, expired visa, expired study permit, everything was expired. Everything was dead in terms of my documents as a foreigner in that country, Republic of South Africa. So this is my story. This is my story coming to life from me. So I think I spent about 10 or 11 or 12 years without a bank account in that country. And funny enough, I was doing business with the students. I was doing a lot of deals with the students, and they were paying me sometimes per day, sometimes per week, sometimes per month. And I was using a lot of ways for me to get paid from such clients or from such customers of mine. But it was a tough process. It was a hard thing to do. It was a cumbersome thing to do. So, in short, I've learned from that experience. I've learned from that experience that next time when I go to any country, any foreign country, I must make sure that my passport is in good condition, my visa is in good condition, my, let's say my permit, whatever business permit or residence permit or business permit, it has to be in good condition. So I've learned, or I learned in a hard way in that country when I was there in my time. And again, I have to make sure that I've got my personal bank account. Was what I was doing for me to get paid? It's a lot of things that was happening. So I must make sure that I got my personal bank account for me to get paid by my customers or by my clients. So thank you so much for tuning by, listening, watching, liking, subscribing, commenting, and this is the video coming to you live from me. Uh, Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'm feeling emotional right now because of this story that I'm just telling you or narrating to you. I'm feeling so emotional right now. But thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for tuning by. Yo, I suffered a lot. I struggled a lot. For me, without a bank account in South Africa, that best economy, that powerful economy, that big economy in Africa, I struggled. I suffered a lot. And I learned in a hard way that my documents must be fine. My documents must be good. Thank you so much. This is my story. Please learn from my experience. That's why I'm sharing with you all this stuff, all this critical, crucial, and sensitive stuff. That's why I'm sharing. Learn from my experience, learn from my stories. And I'm going to bring to you all my stories live, honest, unfiltered, unedited, raw like that, uncensored. I'm going to tell you as it is, how it happened. And I want you to learn from my stories, never to repeat my mistakes, never to do my mistakes, and save yourself a lot of frustration, save yourself a lot of stress. Thank you so much. Remember to pray. Remember to drink water. It's healthy for your body. I'm signing out now. Sharp.